It's 2 in the morning. Your baby's finally asleep. You just closed your eyes maybe 15 minutes ago. And then it happens. Your baby's arms fly out, back arches, eyes snap open, and this scream comes out of them that you didn't even know a tiny human could make. You're standing over the crib before your brain catches up to your legs, hands shaking, heart going a million miles an hour. Or maybe it's a quieter kind of terrifying. You're watching them sleep, and you realize they stopped breathing. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3. You're about to completely lose it when they gasp and start breathing again, like nothing happened. Yeah, that kind of thing stays with you. And if your chest just tightened hearing that, there are millions of other parents sitting with the exact same feeling right now. And the scariest part isn't what your baby did. It's that nobody warned you it was coming. Today we're going through the 7 things that freak new parents out the most. No medical jargon, no 20-minute explanations. Just here's what's happening, here's why, and here's when you should actually worry versus when you can just breathe. And number 7, I saved it for last on purpose. It looks like the most harmless thing on this entire list, but it's the only one where the line between normal and emergency is measured in seconds. And most parents don't know the number, so stick around. Let's start easy. Number 1, non-stop sneezing. Morning, sneeze. After a feed, sneeze. Random moment in the afternoon, sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. You start counting. 12 today? 15? And the worry spiral starts. Is it a cold? Allergies? Did I leave the window open? Relax. Your baby doesn't have a cold. Here's the thing. Sneezing is the only way a newborn can clean out their nose. They can't blow it, they can't wipe it, and their nasal passages are ridiculously small. So even a tiny bit of dust, a stray fabric fiber, some milk that went the wrong way, or just dry air is enough to trigger a sneeze. It's not a symptom. It's literally their body's most effective self-cleaning tool. And here's a fun one. When they're breastfeeding, one nostril sometimes gets squished against your chest. So after the feed, they sneeze to pop it back open. That's just biology being smart. Sneezing plus thick green or yellow snot, plus a fever over 100.4, plus a drop in feeding, that's when you should call the doctor. Sneezing by itself, they're just keeping the pipes clear. Okay, that one was pretty chill. This next one's more annoying than scary. Number 2, hiccups that never seem to end. Feed's done, hiccups start. They haven't even stopped hiccuping before the next feed is due. Some days it happens 3-4 times. You pat their back, change positions, try everything the internet told you. Nothing works. Out of everything on this list, hiccups might be the most exhausting one because they last forever and your baby looks absolutely miserable. But here's what pediatricians will tell you. They barely even think about hiccups. Newborn hiccups are that common. A lot of babies were even doing it in the womb. Those little rhythmic kicks you felt in the 3rd trimester? Hiccups. Your baby was practicing before they even took their first breath. What causes them? The diaphragm, the big muscle under the lungs, is immature. The nerve that controls it gets twitchy easily, especially when your baby eats too fast, swallows air, or overfills their stomach. The diaphragm spasms. Hiccups happen. And honestly, your baby is probably way less bothered than they look. Most bouts are over in a few minutes, and they get less frequent as your baby grows. Pause mid-feed to burp them. Keep them upright for 15 to 20 minutes after eating. And skip the home remedies. Time's the only thing that actually works. But if hiccups are so constant they're getting in the way of feeding or sleeping, or your baby seems to be in actual pain, talk to your doctor about possible reflux. And remember, number 7 has a piece of this puzzle too. Keep watching. Now things start getting weird. Number 3, The strangest noises you've ever heard, all while sleeping. The room is dark, baby's out, you finally lie down. Then you hear it, a grunt, then a squeak, then something that sounds like a baby goat, then something that sounds like actual choking. You launch yourself out of bed, trip over something, and I say something like it was a mystery. It was the same shoe I've tripped over every night for 3 weeks. Get to the bassinet, and your baby is just lying there, fast asleep, mouth slightly open, completely fine. Welcome to the wonderful world of noisy newborn sleep. They grunt, groan, snort, wheeze, squeak, and make sounds that haven't been classified by science yet. And it's all normal. Why? Because their airways are tiny. When air pushes through a really narrow space, it vibrates. That's where the sound comes from. Add in the fact that they haven't figured out how to swallow their own spit yet, so it pools in the back of their throat, and you've got gurgling. Throw in some mild reflux, which basically all newborns have, and congratulations, you've got a full ambient noise machine. There's also something called active sleep, a light sleep phase, where babies move around, breathe irregularly, make random noises, and flutter their eyes under closed lids. They're not waking up. They're not in pain. It just looks and sounds really weird. When you hear something strange, don't grab them right away. Pause. Watch for 5 seconds. 9 times out of 10, they'll settle on their own. But if every single breath comes with a high-pitched whistle or wheeze, that could be something called laryngomalacia, and it's worth having a doctor listen. And if they actually sound like they're choking and don't recover on their own, or their skin changes color, that's a call the doctor right now situation. All right, those first 3 were pretty mild. From here on out, things start looking genuinely scary. Number 4. Their eyes go in 2 different directions. You're looking at your baby's adorable little face, and then you notice one eye's looking at you and the other one's looking at the wall. Or both eyes are crossed toward the nose. It's kind of funny, kind of cute, and kind of, wait, should I be worried? Nah, this is super normal. Think about it. Your baby spent 9 months in complete darkness. Their eyes have literally never had to focus on anything before. The 6 tiny muscles around each eyeball, still weak, still learning how to work together. It's like a kid riding a bike for the first time. Of course it's wobbly. Doctors actually have a word for when a baby's eyes look crossed, but really aren't. Pseudostrabismus. Basically, a lot of newborns have wide, flat nose bridges that hide the white part of the eye near the corners. So it looks like they're crossing, but both eyes are actually pointing straight ahead. It's just a visual trick. By 4 to 6 months, the muscles get stronger, the brain gets better at coordinating, and the eyes line up on their own. When it's worth getting checked. If one eye is drifting constantly, not just every now and then. If it's still happening after 6 months. Or if your baby keeps tilting their head to look at things or squints a lot in bright light. Those could be signs of actual strabismus, and you'd want a pediatric eye doctor to take a look sooner rather than later. Real talk. I made this video because I've been that parent, standing over the crib at 2 a.m. Googling in a panic. So if this is helping, share it with someone who needs it tonight. Not tomorrow, tonight. And number 7, that's the one you don't want to skip. Let's keep going, and I'm going to switch things up here. Number 5, I'm not describing it first. I'm asking you. Newborn, chin trembling normal or seizure? What would you say? Your baby's crying and their chin is shaking, like really shaking. Their hands are trembling. Or they're lying there peacefully, and then one arm does this quick little jerking thing 3-4 times, and then just stops. And your brain immediately goes to the worst place. Okay, deep breath. In the vast majority of cases, this is what doctors call jitteriness. It's basically a side effect of having a nervous system that's still under construction. Their brain is firing off signals to the whole body, but hasn't learned volume control yet. You know when you get a new Bluetooth speaker, and the first time you connect it, the volume blasts at full, and you scramble to turn it down? That's your baby's nervous system right now. And here's the one thing that makes this really easy to figure out. If you gently hold the arm or leg that's shaking, or give them a pacifier and it stops, that's normal jitters, every time. Real seizures don't stop just because you touch the baby. This kind of trembling usually goes away within the first month or two. But if the movements are rhythmic and repetitive, like a steady beat, and don't stop when you hold them, if the eyes are doing strange things at the same time, if the whole body goes stiff, that's a different situation. That's emergency room right now. And now, the last two. This will remind you of the last time you jolted awake in the middle of the night. Number 6, the startle reflex, arms out like they're falling. Okay, so you know that thing where you're falling asleep and you suddenly feel like you're dropping off a cliff? Your whole body jerks and you grab the mattress? That. Your baby gets that. Except they don't know they're safely lying on a mattress. So they full-on panic every time. This is called the Moro reflex. It's been documented since 1918. A pediatrician named Ernst Moro described it, and doctors literally check for it right after birth. Not because it's bad, because when it shows up, it means the nervous system is working the way it should. What triggers it? The balance center in their brain picks up any sudden change, a loud noise, getting moved too fast, sometimes even their own crying. Arms fly out, fingers spread, and then everything curls back in. Scientists think it goes way back when baby primates had to grab onto their mothers to keep from falling, which, honestly, makes a lot of sense when you see it. It starts forming around week 25 in the womb, starts fading after month 2, gone by 6 months. Swaddling helps a lot, keeps the arms from flinging out and waking them up. Just make sure it's not too tight, and stop once they start trying to roll over. But if only one side fires, like the right arm goes but the left doesn't, that could mean a nerve issue or a broken collarbone from delivery. And if the reflex is completely missing or still going strong past 6 months, bring it up with your pediatrician. And finally, number 7, the one I've been telling you about since the beginning. Your baby stops breathing in their sleep. This one's different from everything else on the list. There's no sound, no movement, just silence. You're watching your baby sleep, chest going up and down, nice and steady. And then it just stops. No movement, nothing. You freeze. You lean in closer. You count the seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then they take this big breath, do a few quick ones in a row, and go right back to normal, like it was nothing. Meanwhile, you're standing there, trying to remember how your own lungs work. I know, this is the one that haunts you. This is called periodic breathing, and here's the part that matters. A study that followed 123 full-term babies found that 78% of them did this in the first 2 weeks. 78%! It goes down as they grow and is mostly gone by 6 months. The reason is pretty straightforward. Their lungs are brand new. The part of the brainstem that tells the lungs when to breathe is still figuring out the timing. It's like when you first learn to drive stick. The clutch and gas don't work together yet. Your baby's respiratory system is at that exact stage. But, and this is why I saved this one for last, this is also the only behavior on the list where the line between normal and emergency is thinnest. If breathing stops for more than 20 seconds, that's no longer periodic breathing. That's real apnea. If skin turns blue or purplish, if they're breathing faster than 60 times a minute while calm, or you see the belly pulling in hard under the ribs with every breath, don't think, go. Remember the opening? 2 in the morning, your baby lying still, you leaning in, no breathing. 1 second, 2, 3. Back then, you panicked because you didn't know. Now, you do. Next time it happens, and yeah, it probably will, you won't panic. You'll count, and you'll know exactly when counting stops and action starts. Spend time watching your baby breathe when they're healthy. Learn the baseline. Memorize it. That might be the single most important thing you take away from this entire video. 7 things. 7 moments where your heart stopped. 7 times your baby was just saying, I'm okay. Sneezing, hiccups, noisy sleep, wandering eyes, trembling, the Moro reflex. And yes, even the breathing pauses. All of it is just a brand new body figuring out how to work, testing every system, running every check. But here's what I also want you to hear. You know your baby better than anyone on the planet. You're the one up at 3 a.m. You're the one who notices something's a little off today compared to yesterday. If your gut says something's wrong, even if you can't explain it, trust it. Call the doctor. There's no such thing as being too careful with your kid. Nobody's going to judge you for that. One last thing. This one's practical. If your baby does something that worries you, grab your phone and record it. Because I promise you, by the time you get to the doctor's office, your baby will not do it again. 10 seconds of video is worth more than 10 minutes of trying to describe what happened. Babies don't come with a manual. There's no 1-800 number, no FAQ section. It's just you, running on no sleep, fumbling through it, and loving this tiny person more than you ever thought possible. And most of the time, what they're doing is just their way of saying, hey, I'm brand new here. I'm figuring things out. You're doing great. Seriously. If this helped even a little, drop a like and send it to someone who needs it. Seriously though, if you don't share it, that person might end up Googling at 3 a.m. and reading something that makes them panic even more. This video helps someone the most when they need it. Not tomorrow, tonight. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.